tell me a little bit about your self-care.
Well, I do a lot of self-care. I go to the gym. I hire a personal trainer. And once in a while, I would go get like my eyelashes done. Well, I used to go get my eyelashes done before COVID, and refill. But I think it's my self-care before, I don't even want to mention it because it's kind of bad. It's not bad, but
Well, tell me a little bit. Is it always easy to find time for yourself?
No, it's actually, you know what? It's never really easy to find time for myself. I always have to make sure I have the way I schedule for my appointments for the self-care works around my busy schedule with my kids and work and stuff. So I try to make it the consistent day and time to meet up for an appointment. And I mean, I can't think.
Yeah. It definitely is hard, huh? When you think about self-care.
It's because I do a lot of self-care, but before I went through a lot of major difficulties in the past, I never really did self-care. I never really take my time to go to the gym, even though I have membership for years, and I didn't make time to go beautify myself with facials or even eyelash extensions. And after I've healed from that, one day I just click and say it's time to work on my mind, body, and spirit. And that is self-care, by physically moving around and doing stuff that's calming and moving. It helps to get away from depression. During COVID, no one really had time to take care of himself. We do, but we don't, because nothing out there was open. And so I had to fall back on a few things, but I do pick up on going back to the gym. That's my first self-care, because when you work on your mind, your body, it treats your mind mentally, physically. If you're healed physically, okay, you ever heard of the runner's high? That's when I started enjoying working out a lot more, and keeping persistent and consistent about it. And then it triggered my brain to feel happier, and the depression just slowly went away. My stress is still stress, but not as bad.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned depression a lot. So now that you're prioritizing self-care, you feel like it's helping?
I think it helps. It's really helping because I try it. That's a positive. This is a positive thing to do.
Is I think it's a very important concept for a lot of women. Myself particularly, I realize it's something that kind of we forget, with all the juggling of everything. And so it's really inspiring when you think about it, that we're actually talking about it, because you kind of lose that sort of need for self-care, because you're trying to think about what my son needs, what my husband needs, what my daughter needs. So, and then of course running a business, so self-care is very important, because it actually should ground you. When you have the proper self-care, you have time to take a moment, we call it like a mindfulness moment in the morning, and just sort of a quiet moment to create a balance for yourself, where you're at, what's going on with you, all your surrounding, your body, your mind, your emotion. I think that's very important. But I know for myself, that's something that I have not done for a long time. and that's part of my New Year resolution. We just celebrated Cambodian New Year, so that's something I think about now, and I think that I'm gonna have to really take some time to really prioritize that and say, hey, you know what, maybe every day 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night, to really just create that balance, you know, where just sort of quiet moment to just gather all your thoughts, gather reflections of how the day been and what the day will be like going forward. Self-care also involves, you know, really addressing your own need as a person, you know, whether a person as a mom, person as an individual, you know, identity. Also, like, you know, for me, I used to love to you know, do my nails, get my facials. I haven't done that, oh my goodness, I think the last time I did that was probably maybe 18 months ago. You know, so I think that really is very important, you know, because it actually, every woman have that minor vanity within us to just feel that beauty or that type of self-appreciation. So
Okay. So what's one thing you wanted to do going forward?
going forward, take 15 minutes in the morning, take 15 minutes in the evening to just reflect and ground, and they call it mindfulness, and that's something that I used to do when I was in college. We used to have like a mindfulness moment, feel just sort of like, it's very similar to meditation, but it's just more sitting there and just ground yourself, and that I think is very important as part of self-care, is getting connected to yourself and your thoughts and the environment around you. Another one is having more time to really take care of, you know, do my nails, you know, look at my nails. I haven't done that for a long time, you know. Last time I did my nails was probably before COVID. Actually, maybe I might have done it after COVID, but it was a rushed one. And so I think that that's important, is that sense of taking time to really love yourself. And love yourself is doing your hair, do your nails, do your like, nothing like a pedicure, just to just relax, you know.
What the self-care means to me is I gotta have my workout time. Yep, my workout time, my yoga time, and me time. And what does it mean by me? What do I mean by me time is, it wasn't always easy to find time to work out. Isn't it true? I'm sure most of you can relate to me, because we don't make time for ourselves, because everything else around us, especially our kids, and mind you, 5 kids, is not easy to manage time. And I used to have a full-time job. So now I'm running my own business with Lowell Financial Center here, part of the WSB. And what we do is pretty much, what I do for my business is financial education. So just that alone take a lot of my time, just studying, getting licensed, and meeting clients. So where do I add my self-care time in there? Super early in the morning, if you can imagine, early as 6 a.m. And then 6 a.m., kids get schooled. Just, imagine this with me. 6 a.m., workout, then add some reading time in there if I can, and then get the kids ready for school and take them to 3 different schools, right? And then come back, do my business. Then at a certain time, I gotta go back and pick up the kids. So I'm pretty much like a soccer mom. I used to have a van, and I used to drive everywhere with the kids, picking them up and going to the curriculum, like karate and stuff like that. So, but then dinner starts. So what other time do you have to do your business? Is after they go to bed. And you don't go to bed till like what? After 11, 12 o'clock. And then my days start again in the morning. So if you can relate, all those times that you put to do all these things are tiring. super tiring, and not having enough energy. I mean, that all comes down to how we treat our body. So I found a way by working out. If I do a little bit of yoga, if I do some strength training, then it actually helps me. And I've been doing this for a while, so I know that my body needs it. And eating healthy is super hard. And it's, cause, you know, it's hard because you have to eat all the kids' leftovers. And especially when you have ice cream for dessert and you want to save that money, so you gotta eat their food too. Another thing that I like about self-care for myself is getting my mani and pedi done. And then maybe once a year I'll get my hair done. So, you know, my advice to you, if you take it, is to find time at least once a day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that yoga moment or whatever meditation that works for you. I really suggest that. I hope this helps.
Well, self-care, when the word self-care come to me, I'm thinking about me, think about peace, think about happiness, think about joy. And you know, every day we work so hard, and you know, especially for me as a woman, I'm a mother. I work 2 jobs too. So especially when I work with people, right? And then to me, self-care when I find a time to be with me and myself. So when I find time to be by myself, to be with me, that to me is self-care. It doesn't matter what I do, but generally I love driving in the wood. I love to drive off to the mountains, so I can see the beautiful nature. When I see the nature, I feel like I feel content, like I'm with myself. Also, sometimes I just go listen to the waterfall, you know, with the birds singing.
Yeah.
And that I can when I would be able to when I can find a place that I can reflect.
Yeah.
You know, look into who I am, why am I exist on this earth, right? I can breathe in and out. To me, that's self-care. You know, I don't have to do anything crazy. So, but at the same time, you know, people can do like pampering, like do some other thing too.
Yeah.
Go to gym. That's form of self-care. Doing yoga, form of self-care. Doing meditation. Actually, I am more into like meditation. Because again, to me, the core value of self-care is to find who I am, to be with me, to be content with my soul and my spirit. That I consider to be a self-care. Because every day we think about so many people, we think about so many things in the world. There's so many things going on, right? We want to make sure we do things. Be on time at work, be on time at the meeting, be on time at everything. It's all about to fulfill the needs of others, but we never fulfill the needs of ourselves. So again, if I can find a place that I can be by myself and be with me, that is my self-care. So that is my tips, and I hope you find you as well.
When I was single, without husbands and children and responsibility for family, my self-care have been enjoyment reading, you know, self-development. That's my number one self-care. I like to take a long drive and sort of just stay focused and meditate on the road. Let my mind sort of just be free and flow, and you know, flow thinking. I love to walk. I enjoy walking. It's the most relaxing and best self-care ever. Walking, I believe, you know, lift up my spirit, release my physical negative energy. Once I have responsibility, you know, get married, have children, my self-care is something different. Just 5 minutes, 10 minutes being quiet by myself in my bedroom with the door closed. That's the best self-care for me when I'm at home. And And another self-care is spending time outside, either in the wood, walking, having an outdoor picnic with my children and my husband. That's part of self-care for me. And it made me feel connected to myself, to my children, and to my husband. So that's a great self-care for me. I like to do things as a family. I still enjoy reading, small reading, nothing heavy duty, serious. Very light. In terms of physical self-care, I don't have any. I cut my hair every few months. Maybe I dye my hair a little bit every few months because I have a very sensitive reaction to chemical. I cannot use makeup. I cannot tolerate the smell of the nail polish. So I don't do pedicure, manicure, facial, things like that. I am coming as natural as I can be.
Self-care. I think it's very important to take care of ourselves too, because if we're not in a good position, how are we going to help others? So what I think is self-care should be a priority in our lives instead of just thinking of everybody else but us. So the most important thing is, we said as mothers, as women, that we play a good role in our lives and family lives, being mothers, being wives, being girlfriends, being a lot of things. We should get the time to take care of ourselves, to get the time to go somewhere and enjoy with friends, to go and get your hair done and get some massage for yourself and get some treats to yourself. So what I think self-care is loving yourself, loving you. Because if you love yourself, and then you can, how do you say that, show that to people. You can show that you're happy. When you're happy, you can help others to be happy. So please be aware that nowadays, in the times that we live in, we probably forgot about ourselves. We just get up in the house and we have to take care of the family, take care of the house, take care of the kids, but we forgot that we exist too. If you don't take care of yourself now, don't wait until years later that you look at yourself in the mirror and you see a different person and you see I let the time go by me and I didn't care about myself. So take a moment, think about it, love yourself. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not beautiful. We all are. We all deserve better moments in life. Thank you.
Nothing could truly prepare you for the journey of emotions when becoming a mother. Some days we are happy and joyful, constantly overwhelmed with worries, while other days we are upset and depressed. It's a whirlwind that challenges our decisions every day, but could never penetrate our love for our children. There are so many times when we block out the world because our only focus is on our children's well-being. Their smiles will lift our heaviest burdens. Their hugs will comfort our pains and sorrows. They are the blessings and rewards they give us memories and fulfillment. We don't care if the world doesn't understand our sacrifice, but we hope they will as we create the balance for their world against the real world. Some of us have to work long hours, sometimes multiple jobs. We need to make sure they wake up on time, eat breakfast, and brush their teeth before going to school. We have to call and check up on them to see if they have done their homework. We have to make sure they eat their dinners and go to bed early. We hope that they enjoy school so that they can continue higher education and create a better world for themselves. We will do anything for them because they mean everything to us. Here at Lowell Financial Center, we are grateful there are strong role models in our communities, and we want to help where we can. Let us help create financial plans for you so that you can give them more hugs. Let us help you mentor and guide them into college as you prepare yourself for their new journey into adulthood. Let us help keep track of your finance to get out of debt and increase your cash flow so that you can keep track of how fast they are growing up. Let us help you protect everything you have sacrificed for, because all those minutes and hours you had to work will be worth every penny seeing them happy. We are here for you so that you can be there for them.